recording. Hello. I've not done a video for YouTube for ages, so I knew that I needed to do one because it's just rather remiss of me not to have really. I also did a podcast for the Ilkley Lockdown podcasts last week, and I put my link down and realised that I'd not got any new stuff, and Ian, who did the podcast, told me that I needed to sort that out. So there's two reasons. The third reason that I thought I'd do a podcast is because it's a YouTube video, is because it's been a really surreal day. As if it wasn't surreal enough, really. At the moment, it's been even more surreal today. I've managed to keep normality going by going into the office on a daily basis and had a kind of modicum of routine. Obviously, missing friends and family, missing not being able to plan cool adventures and go and do stuff. Haven't had any time off work since February. So, yeah, that's been a bit pants. But I felt really blessed and privileged in the fact that I can still be going into the office and doing that kind of thing. So yeah, it's... Sorry, I'm super conscious of touching my face now, really. Anyway, that's another thing that's changed. Wash hands and all that kind of thing. So anyway, today went into the office as per usual, and yeah, I'm in Bradford at the moment. That's what that noise was. Went into the office as usual this morning. I woke up this morning felt like someone was sat on my chest. My breathing wasn't too good, so I went in and I started coughing. I thought, oh no, I'm coughing. That's one of the symptoms. Apparently the last couple of nights as well, I've been waking up with hot sweats and stuff, and been quite hot at night, but not in the day. And my heating's not on or anything. So I thought, I can't in good conscience keep working in the office if I've got these symptoms. So what I did was, I said to my boss, look, I'm struggling with my breathing. It could be hay fever. I've got a cough. It could be hay fever. But I feel like I should go home and self-isolate. To which he said, you're now off sick. Go and get tested. So I felt bad getting tested, but I've just been and got tested. It's weird. It's really weird. So drive-through testing, I thought you just went underneath like a bus stop and someone stuck a thing in your mouth and then you went. It's really odd. Yeah, drove in, sign up, ring this number. So I'm ringing a number, speaking to someone outside my car, windows up all the time, signs everywhere, windows up, windows up, windows up. Everyone you come across has got a different phone number on a different card, and you ring in these numbers and then speaking to them, and you can kind of hear them as well, so you've got this weird echo going on, telling you what to do. So I had to go to well, first I went through and I had to show my code through my window, because I registered online, and then I went to another bit, and then I had to show her the code, and then I had to ring, and then they put something in my windscreen wiper, which turned out to be a test receipt card, and then they told me to go down to the next place. I went down to there. Then that guy was proper geared up with all the kind of hazmat nonsense and stuff. Well, it's not nonsense, it's really good, but that word just seemed to follow hazmat in a really nice way. Yeah, so he was all hazmated up to the eyeballs, and he said, ring this number, and it was like a really surreal episode of Babe Station or something, you know. So I rang him, and he was round that side of the car, and I had to turn my engine off. Well, when I pulled up, he literally just went and pointed to the turn, pull up, turn engine off, ring this number, explained what was going to happen, that he was chucking loads of stuff in my car window if I wound the window down slightly, including the test, the instructions, and also he asked if I'd got any sanitizer in my car, which actually I don't, for shame. So there was some gloves in there as well, disposable gloves. I then had to go and pull up into a car park where it said reverse park only. So I had to then reverse park in front of loads of people, which was probably the scariest part of the process so far. Then a lady basically was stood there and thumbsing up when I'd done my skillful parking. And then I had to read these instructions, put my gloves on, read the instructions. I had to do this swab, which involved locating my tonsils and the back of my throat. In the mirror, then I had to swab my tonsils and the back of my throat without touching teeth, tongue, or being sick all over it. It was really difficult. I'm not sure if I caught my tongue because my tongue was trying to protect my tonsils and get so I did that, and then with the same swab I had to stick it as far up my nose as it would go and then rotate it for 10 to 15 seconds before pulling it out. That wasn't very good. But the most humiliating part of the process came when I had to put it in the swab stick without touching anything into the container, snap off the end and then put the lid on, and the lid wouldn't go on. So I'm trying for ages, it's just going round and round and round, pushing it in, trying this, that and the other. It's like, what's going on? So then I had to put my hazards on and ask for help, and then this guy stood there and said very loudly that there's a knack and I need to push it and turn it really tightly because it's obviously a child-proof cap and I'm obviously a child. So I did that, and then he explained what I needed to do. I had to put it in this hazard bag, and then I had to go to another bit, and then I had to ring a number again, and I had to drop it through my window, seal the bag and drop it into this thing, and then just leave. And it was really weird, and now I'm wondering if I've messed the test up, if I've done it wrong, if I get a false negative, and I have got, I don't think I do have it, but for my own peace of mind and for thinking about other people that I work with, you know, the testing, is it a waste of time to test it? I don't know, because if it says I've definitely got it, then I know I've definitely got it. But if it says I haven't got it, how do I know that I've not just stuffed the test up? So I think it's going to be a case of self-isolation for 7 days anyway, really. And hopefully it'll be flash in the pan and I'll be back in action at some point soon. So, sorry, those people really distracted me. Oh dear, you've missed me talking rubbish, ain't you? I thought I'd just share my experience, really. I think I feel a lot better breathing wise since I've been and had this test, and I think just focusing on doing something other than worrying about stuff has actually helped my breathing. I think actually I've probably been suffering from a lot more stress than I've let myself believe. Yeah, and I know that it has been getting to me. And my mental health, you know, it does have its occasional wobbles, and I do kind of just push past it and get on with stuff. And I think maybe I need to have a bit of a breather, and I think that's probably what this is all about today. Still got that tickle constantly there, but I know if I try and cough, it's not going to stop, so I'm not going to. I think there's a car coming. I don't think I'm in the way though. Don't think I'm in the way? I'm not in the way. I'm not in the way. It's okay. Just kind of randomly parked on campus. I pulled over to set my sat-nav up so I can get back home, and I thought I'd just have a quick chat with you and just offload this weirdness I've just experienced. It's just nuts, isn't it? It's like all those post-apocalyptic films, but without the exciting music. It's just so mundane. It's so surreally pedestrian. It's just so everyday, but it's also really, really serious. And it's, yeah, I think that's the thing that's black in my head. it doesn't seem real, but yet it's very, very, very real. It permeates every part of our life. I think everyone, even if they've not suffered from anxiety or depression, is going to be living in a state of low-level anxiety at the moment, and people just need to make sure they're looking after themselves, really, because it's subpar, isn't it? It's very strange. Not ideal conditions to be living your life in. Okay, I'm going to go home. Get some wind in my hair. It's really, really warm. It's like 18 degrees. I know once I get home, I'm going to be going in my house and I'm not going to be coming out again for a while. That's quite weird. I wonder if I'll actually get dressed for the next 7 days. Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm not sure how valuable this interaction has been for you, but I think it's helped me a little bit. So, off I pop. You just take care of yourself, really. I'm going to try and do a few more of these as well, and get back into the groove as I speak, because it's an interesting time to be alive, and it's something that I should probably be documenting more on my videos, being as I've got the platform there already. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, okay, off a pop. Stay safe, people folk. Yeah, look after yourself and look after everyone else and follow the guidelines and all that, and just, yeah, hang on in there, and hopefully we'll come to a point where things will be much better again. But I believe in you. Take it easy. Bye.